What is up, everyone? My name is Jonathan, and thank you so much for taking the time to come into the channel. Truly, time is our most precious resource, and the fact that you spend any of it on my crazy face, I appreciate you. So, I just saw this guy, Sports Card Dad, said nobody talks about time horizons in sports cards, and I watched his video. Look, I talk about something kind of different. He alludes to the things that I talk about, and I realize he got almost 4,000 views on that video, which is, I think, more than all the videos I've put out over a month combined, right? So, like, I get it. Why would he know that I talked about that, right? So I looked up the video and that I did on this, and this was, can I find out, like, I don't even know how to do this. 2 months ago, I had 19 views. 19 views, right? So, yeah, duh, he didn't watch it. So, yeah, when he says nobody talks about time horizon, he's right. I'm a nobody. So, if you don't know who I am, I started back in the hobbies in 2019. I started collecting again, started enjoying myself, just like a lot of people. And so I'm still into it. It's kind of taking more of a back seat to my life. I got a newborn and everything else. But so when he said that, I was like, man, I talked about that. Like, I brought that up. And then I was like, oh, wait, like, nobody's ever seen that video. So, yeah. So I get it. So I wanted to bring this up. So this is the video that I made 2 months ago. I'm going to put a clip of it right here. First of all, most content creation people that I've seen in the hobby are around my age, plus or minus like 10 years, right? So I'm 37. So you have the majority of content creators that I see in the hobby anyways, I think would be safe to assume are from about 25 to 45. And the reason it bugs me that they're so just jumping on the bandwagon with all the investment crap and the stock market, and they're using all these key terms and stuff, is because none of them have ever been retired that I know of. I'm 37, but I was retired at one point, so it is possible that they have been retired, but none of them have reached the age of Social Security. And the reason that that's very significant is if you ever have a conversation with somebody over the age of 62, ask them how easy it is to find a job. And the reason it's important to kind of get a perspective and an understanding of their day-to-day life and how they get money to pay for their day-to-day life, and health bills and property taxes if they have property, rent if they're renting, or whatever the case might be, is imagine them taking their alternative asset classes every month to sell for their groceries, or I don't know, maybe for their pharmacy bills. Just think about that. Now picture somebody over the age of 62 coming to you to sell you their cards from when they were your age, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, right? They're going to have a collection. They're going to be like, look at all my cards. And what are you going to be looking for? You're going to be looking for Mickey Mantle, right? Ty Cobb, Lou Gehrig, Babe Ruth. Like, you're going to be looking for maybe 20 names, if you're aware of 20 names from when they were kids. And then what are you going to offer them? You're going to offer them top dollar, knowing that they obviously need the money and they're dependent on it? Are you? Maybe you will. Will it be enough money for them to live on for the rest of the year? No, it is not. Walk through it. Go through the motions. Then think, okay, when I'm this person's age, whoever you end up talking to, when I'm 62, when I'm 72, when I'm 81, whatever it might be, and you're having that conversation with them, and then you're like, thank you for your time and everything else, you have a good day. And you're picturing them, what if they came to me with a baseball card collection? from cards from 50 years ago, what would I do? How much money would I pay for that? What would be the market price for that? Cards were a lot rarer 50 years ago from now. This is 2022. Now think about 50 years in the future, when you're that person, when you're that 60-year-old, when you're that 70-year-old, when you're that 80-year-old, and you go to a kid and you bring your collection of cards. Now, nowadays, 2022, there's all kinds of cards, right? It's not even rare. You got 25 million variations of the same player's card. Do you think a kid 50 years from now is going to care about the rookie class of baseball from 2021 and 2022? Do you? Do you think they'll even know anybody's names? Do you think they'll know enough names for you to pay for your health insurance? 50 years in the future. So I hope that kind of paints a picture for you to really think about, and then to utilize that perspective, right? Because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to offer you different perspectives, and utilize that perspective when you actually listen to people like Jeff Wilson or anybody talking about investments when it comes to alternative class assets. These are luxury items. If you want to dabble in here, if you want to dabble in the collectible world and you want to invest some money into some of these products, it should be a very low percentage of what you will depend on when you become that 70-year-old. You should not be 70 years old depending on the sale of a LeBron James rookie card. You should be, in my mind, in my perspective, you should be 70-year-olds with a LeBron James rookie card thinking, how much money can I get for this? Can I go get some hookers? No, not hookers. And I'm talking about toe hooks. But you should be 70-year-old thinking about, what can I have fun with this LeBron James card? I bought this 50 years ago for $2,000, for $5,000, whatever. Now it's worth 20 grand, or now it's worth $50. Because maybe in 50 years, nobody gives a crap about LeBron James, and you can't sell it for a nickel. Who knows? Maybe between now and then he murders a family or something. Who knows? Nobody can tell the future. Maybe between now and then he comes out for, like, I don't know, doing something evil. I don't want to say anything because I don't know if he can sue me for saying some hypothetical stuff. I don't like LeBron James, but I don't like a lot of people. But anyways, the point is, I hope this offers you a different perspective. And when you start listening to all these people about how you should invest in this card, invest in that, invest in this, invest, that you know that word should be taken very lightly in the collectibles sector and very seriously in your personal financial future. Right. Anyways, that's my perspective. I hope that message reaches somebody and maybe helps somebody. And to all you content creators out there that do make investment videos, Neo, Jeff, AIH, all you guys, thank you. You guys are doing great stuff. Please don't stop. A lot of content creators have kind of fallen by the wayside. You're doing great stuff. I may not agree with how you communicate your messages, but I do say I appreciate you. Because I watch your videos. Even if I don't agree, I watch your videos. And I appreciate it. Take care, everybody.